and gentlemen across the galaxy, this is your Grand Admiral Arnold, director of the video gaming division here at the Galactic Empire. And man, I got some big news to share with you guys today. I was actually going to upload a raid video with the clones of both the HAAT raid as well as the Sith raid, but it's going to have to get slightly delayed because we got fresh news off the press. Put it on the screen, Gary. We have a new Finn coming to the game called Resistance Hero Finn. Kind of a self-righteous name, if I can say so myself. I was actually expecting one more character to be coming along with Resistance Hero Finn, kind of like how we got Hux in the First Order Sith Trooper. I was kind of expecting more, but the Resistance is kind of in a weird spot right now. And as an example, the other day I got absolutely trashed in a 3v3 situation with Jedi Training Rey, so she needs as much backup as possible, and Resistance Hero Finn is going to help out in a lot of regards, as we're going to kind of read through today. So let's check it out and see what we got going. Finn is going to be an attacker-based character. Resistance Hero Finn, unlike the Finn we currently have in the game, that one is meant to be a tank, which oddly enough really is meant to put out big damage anyways with how his stacking offensive capabilities are. We got a new mechanic called Inspired. We got a rallying call that allows allies to act based on their role. Kind of an interesting little thing we have going on here. Probably going to be needed for whatever the new Jedi raid that we're going to get, whatever her event might be. So first ability, Mending Fire. Final text says deals special damage to a target enemy and the weakest resistance ally recovers 10% health and protection. Anything that allows you to regenerate health and protection is going to be fantastic for things like raids and marathon-based events. This might be something, I know the territory battles is normally never in the forefront of our minds, but seeing how difficult Geonosis' Republic offensive is, getting as much survivability is going to be critically important. And if Resistance Hero Finn is not inspired, reduce the cooldown of strength of will by 1. That's going to be this next ability coming up here. So a lot of abilities to keep reducing his cooldowns, increasing survivability of the team. So pretty solid basics so far. We don't see damage output, but I suspect since he's an attacker, we should get some sort of decent damage. And here is Strength of Will. This ties into the basic Mending Fire right here. Resistance Hero Finn becomes inspired and then deals special damage twice to target enemy, which can't be evaded. No foresight evasion here, ladies and gentlemen. Swap turn meter with another resistance ally. So this is important, very much like Grand Admiral Thrawn. Swapping turn meter should immediately allow the character that you're swapping turn meter to take their turn right away. Unlike First Order Officer, he just gives 100% turn meter and people can outrun that. Swapping turn meter allows that character to immediately take their turn right away. Only contained to resistance. It's not going to be a catch-all thing like Grand Admiral Thrawn. This attack has plus 10% defense penetration and plus 5% critical damage for each inspired ally. So again, we kind of have a stacking thing going on here, and Inspired allows resistance characters to gain bonuses when they are inspired. This effect expires after 3 critical hits. So it kind of feels like a C-3PO type of thing. We're gonna get down a bit more, don't you worry. So I like this. One problem with Thrawn at one point was the best plug-and-play character in the game. He still holds that to an extent, but the problem is his kit's becoming a little outdated. Simply doing a turn meter swap is not good enough anymore. You need to do something at the same time, and here we're seeing that Finn is also going to be attacking when he's swapping turn meter with another resistance ally. There's no gap in operation, basically. Thrawn swapping turn meter, you're missing something in between there, and here we got that something in between. It's kind of like before Chewbacca, it didn't make a lot of sense to just have Han Solo grant all of his buffs with his whole capability. You want to be able to do something in between, so that's why Chewbacca made abilities like Call to Action as well as Han Solo's ability to attack in between, so it's not a turn where you're not taking a hit. You want to be taking as many hits as possible, and I can tell you right now, Strength of Will is kind of addressing something I wish Thrawn had. Moving along, Rallying Call, cooldown of 4. Woo. Mass buff Dispel. Debuff Dispel is great. Dispel debuffs from all allies, not contained to just resistance. Let's hope Capital Games isn't going to be giving Finn the Hux treatment of all of a sudden nerfing his whole kit to just the First Order. Deal special damage to all enemies and rally all resistance allies. Rally has its own stack of bonuses as well. Tanks taunt and gain critical hit immunity. One problem with the Jedi Training raid teams that there's not a lot of good tanks. Holdo's very situational. Finn, the normal Finn that we have, his taunt gets lost pretty easily. Now tanks should be able to get taunt a lot more frequently on the call with Resistance Hero Finn, and the critical hit immunity is going to slow down the damage output coming onto him. So this might make Holdo a better tank because I never found her taunt too consistent for me. Attackers assist, so you should be able to get things like a normal Scavenger Ray to come in for the assist and maybe whatever else they might be bringing soon. Healers and support restore 50% health and protection to all allies. Woo! Woo! Big ability right there. Again, survivability. I don't know how this is going to work in the PvP sense yet. I need to see what the damage is going to look like, but survivability is kind of on my mind when I have to do raids as well as the Geonosis Territory Battle offensive that we got going on for the Republic. I like this a lot, and kind of like Captain Rex. Captain Rex has the Mass Cleanse and Terminator, which is great, but again, there's something missing in between, and that's why it's nice getting things like Ahsoka Tano to fill in the gap to assist. Here again, you're getting a lot of stuff filling in the process of cleansing, which I do like a lot. So no leader on Finn here, unlike his normal self who had a leader ability that at one point was one of the best Zetas in the game, but then got nerfed to oblivion, unfortunately. Rest in peace. He's just going to have one unique ability, one Zeta. I am liking the fact we're getting only one Zeta characters lately. It would be nice to get some other characters that don't need Zetas. I digress, but it's just nice in general. They're kind of slowing down on the amount of Zetas you need. Before, it was like 2 Zetas, 3 Zetas, 4 Zetas, back to back to back, and it's kind of a lot to deal with. Spark of the Resistance. All Resistance allies have plus 100% counter chance. Pretty big. This is kind of a leadership of its own, if I had to be kind of honest. Plus 50% defense and plus 50% tenacity, while Hero Resistance Finn is inspired. Additionally, while Resistance Hero Finn is inspired, when an ally is prevented from using an ability during their turn, they recover 40% health and protection and gain 40% turn meter. Yes, it's not a leader ability, but Capital Games has been kind of on this thing where they just crunch a lot of great mechanics and unique abilities so you can kind of supercharge a faction. Kiadi Mundi, Shakti, the list goes on and on and on and on. This is going to be extremely important for the Resistance. We have survivability. We got ways of kind of filling in the gaps of missed turns. And when you're doing cleansing, you're doing stuff in between. When you're swapping turn meter, you're doing stuff in between. So this is going to be a fantastic addition to the whole crew. A lot of neat things going on here, and Jedi Training Rey has been falling off the radar in regards to PvP viability. She is still the queen of the raids, except maybe the HAAT raid, which I will show you tomorrow. I think clones are going to take over that position. Woo! Giving too much of a sneak peek here. And I think this is kind of addressing things like stuns. For example, Kylo Ren unmasked. He stuns. You miss out on a turn. Well, in between, you're going to recover 40% health and protection and gain 40% turn meter. So it kind of gives me the feeling of Nest. It's kind of like Nest. You don't want to kind of fracture. You want to make sure you let them take their turn, because really, if you're stopping them from taking their turns, they're going to become more deadly and more annoying to deal with. So this is kind of penalizing you for trying to slow them down with stuns, and that's kind of what I'm guessing they're addressing, is trying to stop anti-stun stuff or fear potentially. I don't know if Finn's going to be an anti-fear thing, because fear makes you skip a turn, essentially. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. I don't want to get too hopeful that Finn's going to be a big Darth Revan encounter, but who knows? At this point, the Resistance might be heading that way. As we speak, the game has just updated, and we do have confirmation that Hero Resistance Finn will be a marquee character, so stay tuned. We're gonna do all the fun stuff, 7-star pack openings, a lot of testing to learn as much about these characters like we did with Hux, as well as the Sith Trooper. So kind of interested to see how this starts. This is gonna be starting in 20 hours, so I guess we know what we're doing tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We will be streaming Finn's event, doing a lot of testing before I walk in to see the rise of Skywalker movie. Probably an amazing way to start off the day before I walk in and hopefully see a good movie. So before we wrap up this video, I want to talk about one more thing in regards to the future Rey and Kylo Ren, or I presume the future Rey and Kylo Ren. As we know, we're getting a new Rey and Kylo of some sort, and we got some data mine packs that came out. And so these data mine packs have names of potentially what might be coming soon for these characters, and obviously the names are going to be linked to the plot layout for these two brand new characters. So if you find potential data mine pack names to be spoilers, you might want to skip out on the last minute or two of this video. But for the rest of you, let's hop over here and show you what we got in a data mine that just got pulled out recently. It looks like we're going to be getting these 2 packs, or 3 packs, sometime in the future. It was found in the data mine yesterday, so we'll probably see these within the next week or two. And I got to give a little bit of credibility here to Barbarossa here. They're kind of known for pulling out data mine packs way before they come out. So this isn't just some random person guessing. As you see, they pulled out the data mine for the Y-Wing incoming. They found some other data mines. We got some new packs here and stuff like that. So they are generally known to pull out the data mine packs before they come out. And the reason why I'm kind of saying this is kind of important is because they kind of got a little name in regards to the future of what these two characters might be. I don't know where the plot of Rise of Skywalker is going to come out. I haven't seen the movie yet. We're going to see it tomorrow. But we have a Jedi Killer starter pack and a Fallen One starter pack and a Jakku Scavenger starter power-up with the new bundle of some sort. I don't quite know what are they going to be. Some people are guessing the chat. Kylo Ren is the Jedi Killer. Rey is the Fallen One. Oh, what if we're being misled, people? That's why I had to give a spoiler alert. I mean, I don't know if these are spoilers. I haven't seen the movie. Maybe Rey's gonna fall to the dark side. We saw in the trailer for a brief moment, she goes into the Sith Army knife Rey, where she pulls out a lightsaber, just flips around. Possibility, Rey might fall to the dark side. Again, Capital Games said they're not gonna be releasing the final names of Kylo Ren and Rey, the new ones, until after the movie is released, shortly after, and this is gonna kind of time perfectly with when these packs go live. I would suspect Kylo's the Jedi killer. He killed all the Jedi in Luke's class that he was leading that didn't want to follow Kylo, if my lore is correct here. Rey, we don't know where Rey's ultimate future is going to go lead to. Maybe she will fall to the dark side. I don't know. But we also have Jakku Scavenger. It's obviously Rey is the Jakku Scavenger, so maybe it's an upgrade pack for the Scavenger Rey we have in the game who's needed to get Jedi Training Rey. And we know Jedi Training Rey is going to be a requirement for the future Jedi or whatever Rey, Fallen Rey potentially, that could be coming to Galaxy of Heroes. So a lot of exciting stuff. Tomorrow is going to be great. Stay tuned in the morning. I will be releasing the video in regards to clones doing amazing raid stuff. Unfortunately, it's not timing out well because now we got all this big news coming. It might not seem as exciting, but stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be streaming Finn stuff as well. We got to try to do 3v3 grand arenas. My goodness, it's a busy time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below on all your thoughts in today's video, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. Support the Empire, and I'll see all you lovely people in the next video. Peace out, everyone.